Hello everyone, PDF here, and welcome back to Bedrockin Minecraft. It's been a little while since we've been back. I was a bit under the weather for the past week or so, but feeling better. Not totally 100%, but good enough where I think we can start some recording again, and boy have I got some plans to show you. So the last big build we did was the onsen, the stairway, and as you can see I've got a couple new things laid out. So another YouTuber named Cortezerino has exactly some of the kinds of builds I'm looking for this area. I am most definitely going to be building along to some of his videos. You know, obviously not on camera here, but you know, we'll definitely do some check-ins and some updates and stuff. But yeah, I try and leave a link for his channel down in the description. But oh my gosh, this is exactly the kind of stuff I'm looking for, and I am more than happy to add them to my area here. So let's take a look at what I'm going to be adding to this area. The first thing, we'll look at this here. We're going to be putting in a Noodle Shop. And he has a very nice looking building for it. But I figure, you know, we got the bathhouse, put a Noodle Shop in here. And, you know, people can walk down, you know, get something to eat. We got the nice waterway here. I have another build over there we'll talk about at a later time that I've started. And then across the way here, he has another build. I'm going to be putting in a tea shop. Now, this is not a tea room. That I haven't exactly found a good build for yet that I like. The tatami mats on the floor are kind of hard to make a Minecraft equivalent of. But working on some ideas, and we'll see what I can come up with. But this will be a shop that sells tea. And I figure, you know, right across from the Noodle Shop, it'd be a good spot to put it. You know, maybe we'll put in another shop or two, maybe something else here. This, ideally, I would love to put in a tea room either here or nearby, maybe just over there a little bit. So it's close, but just enough away. Because usually tea rooms, they have the little garden around them just to help make it kind of a peaceful, quiet area. But still, if I could work out something or figure out a nice design, this next to the tea shop, I think would probably be a good spot. But so let's go ahead, and I've got a bunch of materials gathered here. Don't know if this is enough. This is a good start, at least. I know I'm going to need a bunch of banners and stuff later on, mind you. And we're going to need probably a lot more looms. But for now, let's go ahead and get started. And once I get kind of the initial thing in place, we'll come back and talk about it. What's that? Free leads, you say? Why, yes, I am interested. Well, that was nice of him. Interior of the first floor finished. You have the bottom floor in place, the structure, some really awesome banners. Again, if you follow the tutorial that Cortezerino has, he'll walk you through how to make all this stuff very easily, very quickly, actually. Next, we even got a couple in here. Going to work on the interior of here before we work on heading upstairs, because there's going to be one or two more floors to this. I honestly don't remember off the top of my head. At least one more, I know that. But we'll do a quick walk around the outside. You can see all the design choices that were made. These are the jungle wood trap doors. I think they look fantastic. Stripped dark oak, spruce, composters for the bottom, some little storage things, some little plants, a little kind of privacy fence so people don't go, oh, hey, what's in this? Even though they most likely, you know, will. But more for the aesthetic. And these are actually up here, these are upside down looms. Not upside down, backwards looms. So to get kind of that nice look on this side here, just flip them around and yeah, off we go. So what I'll do now is the interior, and we'll come back right after that, take a look, and then keep working on this till we got her done. Alright, so as you can see, we have the interior now of the first floor in place. Little booths people can sit at, little tables. This is kind of, you know, like the napkins and the other little utensils and stuff maybe. These are bowls that, if you watch his tutorial, he places item frames down first and then some ingredients and stuff. We can't do that in Bedrock Edition, unfortunately, so they're just empty bowls sitting on the counter. Now these here, there's lighting blocks underneath. Now with the new update, the way things are, we don't need the lighting scattered about like this. A couple bits of lighting here and there would be more than enough. I decided to do this anyway because I like the look it gives the floor. I like kind of the little bit of height variation, a little bit of texture change. I just think it fits better this way. But by all means, if you don't want to, said maybe a lantern here in the middle might be enough to light this whole thing up, just with the way the lighting works now. But that's just what I prefer. And in his tutorial, he actually hangs a flower pot from the chain. Again, we can't do that in Bedrock. It would be nice, but we can't, so bush, little greenery. I might switch that to like maybe a flowering azalea one just to get the little flowers on it. And as you can see, we have a staircase now leading up to the next floor that we have this in place. So what I'm going to do now is work on this next floor, and just like before, we'll come back once I get at least the frame in place, and we'll check in and see how it's going. Alright, so the second floor is now done, and let's go take a quick look here. As you can see, nothing too fancy. We have some cabinets over here in the corner. Those are just some more of the looms facing backwards with some item frames and a couple oak slabs in them. There'll be a little more decoration when this is all said and done, but for now, that's that all set, and then I'll be starting here on the third and final floor before the roof. Again, we'll come back once I've got a little bit more of this in place and start going over some more of the details. Alrighty, and we are back. It's been a little bit of time since the last clip, and as you can see, we are finally complete. Our noodle shop is done. I don't have a name for it yet, mind you, but let's take a look. You can see the main seating area with counters, some bowls. Now, if you go and watch Cortezerino's tutorial on how to build this, you'll notice there are a few minor differences, and that's just because there's some things they can do in Java, we can't in Bedrock, the whole usual spiel. Let's come on up here. This is where the special customers would come up to sit down here, and they'll sit on these cushions and have a nice little meal, maybe a special little get-together for the VIPs. And up here is the owner's bedroom. They got a nice big bed. Don't need these. Those are just there so I can put the painting. But a nice big comfy bed here, some nice light. And we hid all of these sea lanterns with the trapdoors, so we don't technically need that. It's more just for aesthetics than anything. Now up at the seating area, there actually is supposed to be a couple other things. Like I tried putting snow layers to be used as cushions, but unfortunately too much light, they melt. I'll have to just maybe throw some white wool or something down. But the snow, I use snow blocks up at the bed, but still it's, worth a shot. You never know what might or might not work around here. And I have something new. I took this advice I liked how Foxy No-Tail has a notebook. But I like how he has a notebook that kind of lists what goals he wants to accomplish in each episode. And I believe this is episode 7. I hope so, because I have it numbered as such. We'll find out when the video uploads, won't we? So, Noodle Shop. Done. Next episode, we're going to be building our tea shop, as you can see. And that's going right here, actually. As you can see, I have the area kind of laid out a bit. I haven't put the floor in or anything, but this is going to be the size. It's based off of this same structure. A lot of his builds for his Japanese tutorials are built off this basic structure and then just changed slightly to suit whatever the particular thing is. So we'll be building a similar base, but the final structure is going to look different than this. One of my favorite parts has to be these banners. Like, I don't know how people come up with how they figure out to make these, but these are so cool. And that looks like a bowl of rice with chopsticks. And we have some ramen here. And yeah, no, this is definitely a good start to our area going in here. So that's next episode, and then for the episode after that, we'll talk a little bit more about what's going in over there. Let's go take a quick little peek, give you all a sneak peek about... It's not a small project. It's going to be a bigger one for this area. The biggest, I don't know, but bigger. Spent some time terraforming a little bit, and that's going to be the size of what we're building. That's the floor plan, at least. The building itself will be just a touch smaller, but that's what we're going to be working on, not next episode, but the one after, so that'll be coming up soon. All the pandas. Whee! Alright, so with the noodle house done, I think it's time, finally, to tackle something that I continuously put off because I really don't want to do it. But I think it's time we finish the roof on the castle. Still going to have a lot of work to do on the interior and everything, but at least if we can get the roof on, it'll be a good start. On a side note, as you can see, I put in a basic stairway here. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it the andesite. I kind of like how it looks, a little bit like worn stone. And then I'm going to put the actual entrance here. I think I'll maybe recess it a block, make a nice little archway or something. I'm not sure exactly what yet. Let's see if we have enough supplies still. Might need to go grab a little more cobbled deep slate. So give me a moment to do that, and then we'll come back and tackle the roof. Ah, good. I do have a bunch left down here. Let's grab a few stacks and get back up there. Hope that should be enough. We'll leave our little book here too. And I got a trident from fighting a drowned earlier, so keep forgetting that's in my inventory. I'll just leave it there. Big reveal. As we can see, it is finally complete. We have a roof, We have some little wall areas in there. We'll fly around. I even took a moment to land here. At the top of the stairs here. It's not totally finished yet, but I have kind of started to work on the entrance a bit. So now we have at least a way. Come on up in here. And I'm not sure. I might do maybe the jungle trapdoors like we have down at the other builds. But it's a start. I may throw something here just to keep the baddies out for now. So that way I can at least, you know, if I need to safely sleep up here, we'll go like this. You know, we'll just throw a few of these in for now. You know, we'll go like this for now. That'll let us get through. Not sure how we're going to get back in, mind you, but we'll figure that out. Maybe I'll throw a fence gate or something. Nah, I don't know. But it's a start. It's a start. That's all that really matters. I'm not going to leave it like that, obviously, but I want to do something there. Well, it feels good to have a roof over the head again, finally. So then, the next big step is figuring out interiors. And, you know, what level we want stuff to be on. There's obviously going to be floors. And, you know, going to have an actual interior in here somehow. I do not feel like tackling that right now. It was more than a pain enough getting the roof done finally. And I think we've done pretty good for this episode so far. And then I have to figure out some way. This is just kind of rough, but I might bring, you know, maybe some, what is this, andesite? I don't know, maybe something down, maybe walls, like andesite walls, so it has a little bit of depth to it. Not exactly sure, but I'm not going to leave it open like this. No, it would not look very good or believable being left open. Like, these are going to come down to the ground somehow. I just don't know how yet. But that is in the plans. I think our area is starting to shape up pretty nicely so far. And we'll have to do something back here. I'm not sure what exactly. I know Des had been helping me, and she thought of maybe a garden and tree display back here, which, you know, would be totally fine. Maybe I can find a nice design for a bonsai tree or something that I think would fit in very nicely here. A little garden or something. Or a nice stairway that we totally bypass because I just want to glide down because it's faster. Alright, and yeah, I moved all of our stuff over here. I think we're probably going to end up using some of this. Maybe not all of it, but at least some of it in this build here. Still want to think about something nice to do here. I might even at some point build like a little pathway, you know, along the shore here, because we do have our build over here that's going to be coming in at some point, and we do want a way to walk over to it. So yeah, maybe, you know, a little pathway along here, and let me see, where is that build compared to the shoreline? Let's take a peek here. I know it's over here somewhere. Yep, here it is. If my voice sounds any different, it's because I just had a sneezy fit. Yeah, we're not looking at the sign, so it'll be coming along here. Alright, so yeah, I'll have to maybe a stone, you know, some kind of pathway leading from down there. We'll circle it up here, graduate, maybe with like some slabs or something, make it easy to kind of walk up. Yep, all sorts of big plans. And that's not even once we get like these done, there's still a lot more to go. We still have other sides of this thing we haven't even looked at really. Now, Cortezerino does have some designs for both small and larger Japanese style houses, which I might put in on a different side, maybe over that way or even on the reverse side there. A lot to consider, a lot to kind of, I don't have the full plans in my head yet, but sort of making this up to some degree as I go. But still, I think we've got a good basic layout. Let's head up to the top here and take a look. Sleep first and then take a look. Don't mind our roommate there. Gives you the cold shoulder, but that's about it. Okay, so as we look down from our path here, we'll come down to the first maybe observation platforms. And as we can see, yep, there's our nice Noodle Shop. We'll have our tea shop. Now, kind of a minor update. I did see recently that Cortezerino did upload a small tea house with a little garden, you know, just a small little one. I think what I want to do is put that in next to our tea shop, you know, have them kind of side by side. So we have new plans. I'll add that into what we're doing next week. Not next week, next episode. Well, I mean, it's sort of the same thing. We have to come back up here because our notebook, we left our handy dandy notebook up in here. Really should keep this thing on me. So let's, you know, we can actually mark this off. I added that and yeah, nope, done. So for the tea shop, what we'll do, we'll add in tea shop and then we'll go tea house / garden. Alright, so that will be next episode. We will work on that. Give me a chance to maybe watch his tutorial. kind of get the rough idea first, see what other types of things I need to gather. It's a little tea house with it's either a little gardeny thing, and I think it has a koi pond as well. I'm not sure if I'll do the koi pond part, but maybe the little gardeny bit. Whee! Gotta make airplane noises. Have the fun. But I believe that is going to do us for this episode. Got quite a bit accomplished. Noodle house, got the roof finally done. Yeah, I know, I had been putting that off for quite a while, was not looking forward to it. Went a little easier than I was afraid it would. Just because watching his tutorial, it seemed a little more complicated than it was, and once I finally kind of got to it, it was like, oh, okay, that's not as bad as I thought. Generally how many tutorials seem to go, is you go, this is crazy, then you do it and you go, oh, that was easy. But for now, I think we'll call it there. Remember, if you enjoy watching these, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. Lets me know that you guys enjoy these videos and that I should continue to make more, and it helps me out a lot. As always, my name is Phoenix, and this Phoenix has got to fly. I'll catch you next time.